Hopefully, I'm live now. I don't know what happened. For some reason, that live stream when I started, it got kind of weird. Hey guys, if you watch this later on, please note you are watching a live stream. Guys, my name's Tony, and you are watching Faith and Coffee Bean. Guys, this is going to be an interesting live stream. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, trying to think where to start, guys. Guys, hey, I'm going to tell you something right now, and I truly mean this, okay? I am very, very, very appreciative of you all. I'm appreciative of anyone who's subscribed. I'm appreciative of anyone who's left a comment and hung out with me online. You know, I know that sounds weird, but I'm going to be as honest and transparent with you all as much as I possibly can on this video. And if you watch this later on, and this isn't kind of my normal thing, we're going to pull coffee. We're going to get some espresso going and all that stuff, um, for sure. But kind of felt like there was a need to kind of make a video like this. And this might sound corny, but I kind of got a little inspired by Hendrick himself. Um, you know, he just recently did an unfiltered live YouTube, and I really admired how honest he was on some stuff. And as this channel kind of grows, I kind of wanted to talk about something a little similar, but not like Lance, because Lance is a professional. Lance is one of probably probably other than James Hoffman, the second most popular person to watch on YouTube for coffee. I mean, there's just yeah, I mean, Lance is Lance. There's no one doing what he's doing, in my opinion. I really like everything he does, and I'm not some Lance fanboy. I'm just being honest with you guys. You know, he's one of my favorite people to watch on YouTube for certain reasons, and that's one of them. You know, I really like when people want to democratize information. I really like when people want to share information and talk about things that are like really cool, like how to make coffee, how to make espresso. You know, I love that, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel. So yeah, guys, this might be an interesting video, but I'm gonna be very, very real with y'all. So definitely, if this is a video to, I don't know, I guess archive later. I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? But I'm gonna be, like I said, super transparent. Let me go ahead. Let's brew some espresso. When I do these live videos with you guys, I tend to not make espresso in the morning until right now. So y'all are seeing me like a crazy dog looking for his coffee, going on the hunt. This is my first coffee making for the day. So, oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. So I've got a couple beans that I'm working with. I have some Lavanza that I'm trying to finish out. I've got some Peruvian, Amazon fresh. I believe it or not, those are actually really good. And then, oh, I think my good is gold is in the other room. Let's do some crazy Amazon fresh, guys. And believe me, I'm always about getting a deal. So, Amazon fresh. We'll do that today. We're gonna go totally. Hey, how's it going? SRT 890. What's going on, my friend? Good morning. We're gonna go officially non-bougie today. We're gonna go super cheap. Okay, super cheap. All right, guys. So let me get my 18 grams, and then tell me which grinder you want me to use. Do we want to use the DC 63 millimeter conical burr, or do we want to use the Gevi Velpro, the Grindmaster over here? Let me know. Yeah, tell me in the comments what you all think. I will use either one of them. But yeah, guys, I kind of wanted to do this video because there's been a lot of growth on my channel in the last 6 months. Okay, like there's been a lot of people that have been subscribing, and I'm telling you guys, I really appreciate everyone who subscribes. You know, it means a lot to me as a person doing YouTube. Okay, reason why that means a lot to me is I'm going to be honest, guys. It means somebody cares. That's the only reason. Oh my gosh. I'm laughing at myself and literally spilling some beans. You know, there's a lot of different reasons why people do YouTube. Okay. And I'm going to be, I feel like I keep saying this, being honest, but I'm going to be very transparent. And it's like, my wife sometimes says something to me where she's like, hey, I'm going to tell you something. Don't hold this against me. And I don't know if any of you are has married partners, friends. You ever had anyone use that phrase? Hey, don't hold this against me. And I'm going to tell you guys that right now. Don't hold this against me. I'm just being very open and honest, and probably too open and honest. Okay, but that's me. If you knew me in real life, I am a really chill person, and loyalty and respect is a really big thing for me. Okay, and I always try to be as absolutely real as possible on anything I do. And here's how it goes, guys. I started this channel because I just wanted to have an outlet. I wanted to have an outlet where I could have fun and get myself motivated back into coffee. Okay. I've shared the story with you guys a bajillion times. The easiest recap is when I was in college, I worked in a cafe. Um, hey, how's it going? Yeah, Gevy. Okay, cool. Let's do the Gevy. Um, I worked in a cafe, got the coffee bug. I was young in my 20s. I literally had an office in a cafe out in California. I worked for a very, very big, uh, there's just no other way to say it, guys, but a mega church. That is the best way to put it. A church that owned a radio station and owned a distribution center, and it was probably one of the biggest churches in the world, and especially at that time. Okay, and they had a cafe, and I would work in the cafe. My office was in the cafe, but I was also a pastor at the time, and I love coffee culture. One of my favorite things about going to work, and I would actually do counseling sessions, and I could smell the coffee and I could hear the baristas in the background because my office was that close. And when I would work in the cafe, I literally would just open a door and walk into the cafe. Like I shared walls with the cafe. Okay. So I really love coffee. And for years, I told myself, like, hey, you need a dual boiler, machine. And that's all there is to it. I really had in my brain that I needed this crazy $3,000. I really wanted a elite, you know, basically Italian made, like the really nice one, either a Mara X, with a heat exchanger, or the Mara, you get what I'm saying, guys. I really thought that's kind of like my only way to make coffee at home. Okay, I was wrong, and I made a lot of pour overs and all that good stuff. But that is literally the reason why I kind of started this, was just to document what it's like making coffee at home and how you can make. I just want to make sure I'm on the right grind setting. Yeah, let's go a little bit finer. How you could make crazy good coffee, at home for a really cheap price. Okay, that's literally the reason why I started this channel, because I just kind of wanted to document, me being a goofball. I really like the way these bellows work, guys. This is one of my favorite ideas. Oh goodness. I wanted to document me making coffee, okay? Because in all honesty, guys, in my day job, I'm a department head of an insurance company. It's incredibly stressful, and I work really, really, really hard, and I got a lot of focus that's pulled on work. And y'all, I wanted to have something that would kind of motivate me to get into it. So I just thought, hey, I'm gonna grab my camera, I'm gonna grab my cell phone, and I'm just gonna start filming everything I do. I'm gonna share it with friends and family, and then what happens is what happens. Okay. So I hope when you watch my channel, you realize I'm not a corporation. I don't have a team of people. It's me and me alone. There's a lot of folks on YouTube, especially some even in the coffee world, folks that even I really don't want to throw names or anything like that because it's not shade, but I also really like their channels, so I don't want to be disrespectful. Okay, but there's a couple channels I watch, and they have literally production teams. If you look them up on their website, they have a production team. They have a number of people that help them make coffee, and they talk about coffee, and they get products in. And I'm just gonna say it, guys, and I'm not throwing, trust me when I say this, I'm not throwing shade. They get paid to get certain products in and make basically like a product video. Um, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, okay? But I'm gonna be very honest with you guys, that's something I don't do. Every now and then, and when you guys will hear it when I say it, "Hey, so and so sent me this," like these 2 grinders, and that's the reason why I'm kinda showing these grinders. Me Coffee was kind enough to send this to me to do the review, and the same thing with Gevi. They were kind enough to send this to me to do the review. There is no way, guys, and this is where I'm gonna be very real with y'all. There is no way I would be able to afford, or be able to keep up with doing reviews if I had to buy everything that I review. Okay, that's just not possible. That's just the straight, honest truth. So it's really cool when brands reach out, or folks reach out and they say, "Hey, I want you to, could you do this and share it with your audience?" It's always with the stipulation, you can't tell me what to say. I could say your grinder, your basket, your this one isn't great. This is a really cheap puck screen I got on Ollie for like $2. I could say is terrible, okay? Or I could say it's really good. And I'm gonna just say, guys, I tell you what I think. That's kind of the whole point of this. There's a reason why I'm kind of talking about this stuff, because like I said, I think a lot of times, oh, I gotta flush this. We watch stuff on YouTube and you see big corporations making stuff. And maybe you're like me. A lot of times I watch YouTube, and I watch it now on my TV. And I really think YouTube is kind of taking the place of TV. You kind of watch YouTube on your TV now. I don't have anything in there. I'm just really flushing this out. If you kind of hear the news, there's shows that are getting canceled because people are watching YouTube. I know that sounds crazy. I grew up in Los Angeles area, Southern California. I know people that are in the entertainment business. I have a friend of mine who is an actor who has worked on shows and stuff. And he tells me, "Hey, bud, I can't, I need a job doing insurance. What should I do?" And I'm like, What are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, I can't really get a job anymore because, he was like a paid extra, in a lot of things." I really shouldn't say that. It's more, had a couple lines. He's a member of SAC, but I'm just saying, you know, um, they're just the work is kind of drying up, and people are going to YouTube and they're watching things and they're watching shows and they're watching people do things. I'm just gonna be very transparent with you guys. Coffee stuff is not where it's not where the YouTube money's at. When I do YouTube, guys, the most I've ever made in 1 month on YouTube is less than what I make per hour in my day job. So, and I'm not saying that to sound weird. I'm just kind of saying that because I want to be really super transparent with y'all, especially as the channel starts to grow. You know, I really want to be transparent in that area. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this because I'm a geek. I love espresso. I like doing this Gaggia mate and this Gaggia Classic Pro, and painting it, doing the conversion, getting into it, scraping up my knuckles, doing that kind of stuff. This is the reason why I do this. Because at the end of the day, this might sound silly. Okay, this might sound really silly. Making coffee at home makes me happy. It's just that simple. So the reason why I do YouTube is because I get to get crazy fun things like some of these grinders. I have, I'm so excited about it, you guys. I have a new espresso maker, mobile espresso maker that just arrived that uses CO2 to almost work like a lever machine to produce the espresso. Guys, I would have never had the opportunity to get something like that, and it's not a prototype. They're on sale right now, but they just started this company, so I'm like one of the first people that's probably gonna ever make a video on it. Now, other people have made videos on similar products, but I'm talking about this particular one. I'll be one of the first people. And guys, that is 100% why I do this. Just to get goofy gear and have fun and hang out with you guys. I do the live streams because I like to hang out. You know, it gives me an excuse to talk shop. It gives me an excuse to hang out with coffee people. You know, and I guess the biggest thing I'm trying to say, guys, is I'm not doing YouTube to get YouTube famous. That's not what this is about. You know, I don't know what's going down with some of the comments lately, but I've gotten some weird comments from folks, and I know that it's coming from a place of kindness, somewhat. But I'm just saying that, I want to make it really clear to folks that, I'm not doing this because I'm some corporation. I'm somebody, as I'm filming this, it's on my iPhone. I'm at my work at home office. Almost everything I film is on an iPhone, guys. I'm not on some giant expensive camera rig. I'm not doing that type of thing. And I've shared this with you guys before, and this is the reason why I'm too old for that. During the pandemic, and I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? I've shared this a little bit, but during the pandemic, I really wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I went a little crazy. Um, boy, this is weird saying this, okay? I actually built a tiki bar in my home office, okay? I built a tiki bar like Disney World, Disneyland style in my home office, okay? I really wanted to make a really cool YouTube channel, and I put so much time and so much effort, and I am a big Disney holic. These are custom made tikis. Those are real tikis. And I probably invested way more than I want to admit on building it out, buying expensive tiki mugs, and kind of going crazy down a crazy rabbit hole of coffee. I mean, not coffee, doing stuff on YouTube. And guys, here's the deal, okay? I didn't make any money then. Like I said, what I actually make on YouTube right now is probably less than what I make in an hour in my day job. And that doesn't mean that my day job is some crazy thing. I'm just trying to put that in perspective. So, at the end of the day, guys, a small YouTube. I'm a very, very small YouTuber. Like, that's just the truth. I'm an extremely small YouTuber. Folks like Lance and James, who have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers, it's different, it's very, very different. And I know that sounds crazy and sounds weird, but I kind of felt like I needed to kind of say that because I think sometimes folks get this different idea about uh, why or how or why people do what they do, you know. I don't know, guys. I'm just saying that just remember at the end of the day, when you watch someone on YouTube, unless they have millions of dollars and there are millions of dollars, millions of followers, and they're like marquees from HD or who's that gentleman who does all the videography stuff, who's so famous, everyone copies how he does stuff. Um, there's so many other there's folks, there's kids, there's Mr. Beast and all those guys. Guys, I'm small potatoes. That's not me. I'm doing this because I love it. I'm doing this because it's fun. Like in other words, I have fun making coffee and filming it. And I expect that when I do reviews, guys, it's kind of like doing a vlog. I hope that when you watch a review, you're kind of just hanging out with me. We make some coffee, we talk about some stuff, and just have fun doing it. That's kind of the thing, guys. I like to be super real with y'all, and anyway, I just think that's really important to understand. I think that's a very important part of watching somebody on YouTube because I'm telling you, unless someone has over 100,000 subscribers, and you could tell those that do it, they have a YouTube studio. Lance was, like I said, was just doing a video where he was talking about how much he makes, and it was really cool. And I had like so much mad respect for him talking about that. Um, but there's a lot of folks that are just kind of doing stuff like this. They're doing it just for fun. And guys, that's kind of what I'm doing. Yeah. Anyway, but guys, just remember at the end of the day, I really appreciate y'all hanging with me. Let's get some coffee. Let's pull a shot. But I did kind of want to, like I said, spill the tea a little bit. I just want to make sure y'all understand when I do the kind of reviews or things I do, where that's coming from. What that's all about, because I think that's really important to kind of have a good understanding that you have a, there's someone's just a person, and me, I'm just a person with an iPhone who loves coffee and filmed himself making lots of mistakes. Oh man. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's figure out what we want to pull. Let me get into the profiles here. Let's pull our first shot. All right. Don't have my phone with me. But Classic Italiano. Oh, 43 seconds. Okay. I got 18 grams in. Automatic Pro. This was a really good one. Okay. Ooh, let's do the lever machine. How about that? Yeah, let's do something like that. That sounds good. All right, let's go ahead and pull this. We got everything flushed. Let's pull this first shot. Let's turn on the scale. Guys, I have some new stuff that I got for review that, like I said, I have that cool espresso machine that uses CO2 cartridges to make coffee. I still have my out, and I feel bad. I've been getting a lot of questions about that, and it's something I got to do. And then I got a really cool Ghost Burr grinder from Cafe Sing that we're going to be doing here pretty soon. All right, guys, let's pull this shot. Again, this is the Crema lever machine. Okay. Nice. I think I could have gone finer, though. I feel like it's coming out a little too fast. Y'all see that pump going crazy? Yeah, that's way too fast. Way too fast. Let's try it. First shot of the morning. Definitely can go finer. That's not what I wanted to see. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a little taste, though. Hey, Robo, how you doing? Okay, guys, so let's go ahead. Let's give this a little stir and a little taste. First espresso in the morning. Yeah, that was interesting. I think I just went way too fine. Excuse me. Again, dyslexic. I went to course. Cheers, my friends. Cheers. Let's give this a shot. It's still pretty tasty. I mean, it's not crazy crema, but it doesn't need to be. But man, it is still a little tasty. It's pretty good. I mean, I actually like that. It was a really big shot. It came out at 74. I didn't realize that it was set to dose like that. That's what's really cool about having something like the Gaggia mate, is that you kind of experiment with the dosing and stuff, depending on what the recipe someone made. You can modify. Man, I keep going back to that. You can modify and do your own and copy something and then like redo it. And then I'm realizing I forgot what beans I was using. Okay, so I was actually using the Peruvian. All right, cool. Let's go finer with that because those beans are a little bit older. Not gonna go crazy, even though that was a pretty big jump, but I'm definitely going finer. I've just adjusted this. Let's use those same Peruvian. Let's do this again, and let's get some better results because I know I could get some better results here. All right, let's go ahead and restart this. Okay. Cool, guys. But yeah, I mean, the biggest thing, like I said, kind of spilling the tea here, guys. I just want you guys to understand that YouTube, in order to make crazy money on YouTube, where someone it's their full time job to do YouTube, they need to have like over 100,000, over 200,000. Um, and guys, the reason why I kind of come at it like this, I live in the Orlando, Florida area, and I have friends that I used to work for the Walt Disney Company. That's something I probably don't talk about too much. I was one of the number one Disney travel agents in the country, and I worked directly for the Walt Disney Company. I wasn't like a third party travel agent, meaning I worked for Disney and I was a cast member, and I could go in the parks and all that stuff. And I live here in Orlando area, and my wife, I have a crazy huge Disney tie, guys. My wife worked at Disney as well. I have two uncles that worked for Mr. Disney personally. Disneyland, where Disneyland is built, my family actually owned that land at one point, and we actually have our name on the Walk of Fame outside of Disneyland, my family's name, because we have a city that was named after us, and we're actually one of the founding families of Orange County, California. Um, it's crazy. So I have family members that knew Mr. Disney personally and actually helped build Disneyland. My dad, it was a contractor. He worked in the paving business, and he actually uh, laid the concrete and laid the asphalt for a lot of the parking lots. I know it sounds weird at Disney. And my wife, I met my wife while she was a cast member. My wife was a celebrity tour guide over at Disney. I've shared with you guys before, my wife was a cancer survivor. She had pediatric cancer. So she was actually a Make-A-Wish child. And then what's crazy is she actually got to work with a Make-A-Wish team. And she's met people like Tom Hanks and Oprah and all that crazy stuff. And the governor at the time, Schwarzenegger, and just cool stuff. Like, so we have a huge tie to Disney. And her mom, was a Disney Imagineer, and she was a sculptor for Disney. She actually designed toys and different products that are still sold in the parks today. So she worked for George Lucas, and designed a lot of toys that I played with as a kid. So I guess what I'm saying, guys, I love Disney, okay? And I have a lot of friends, like personal friends, who have Disney YouTube channels. And they go to the parks and they do YouTube and they work full time as a YouTuber, okay? And I'm saying this in the kindest way possible. That's not what I'm doing at all, guys. I can never quit my job. Like I mentioned earlier, and I'll say it again, I make more in 1 hour than I would in a month doing this. So, you know, again, full transparency, biggest thing is I just don't want to ever give someone the wrong idea because, at the end of the day, I'm just some dude filming stuff on an iPhone, and I hope that you come hang out with me. That's all it comes down to. Hope you hang out with me and realize, oh, okay, cool. This is somebody's dad, and he's just chilling, and he's a goofball, and he might say the wrong thing, and might not talk about the product in the right way, and because it's not my job. I'm not a paid spokesman, nor am I a paid professional. And that's kind of the thing. When Lance was talking the other day, he was talking about, again, I don't think he wasn't naming any specific names, but he was talking about some of the folks that are really big on YouTube in the coffee world, and they're not, um, they're just people, regular people like me. I don't own a cafe. I've worked at a cafe. I don't own a roastery. I have friends that own roasteries. I write insurance for people that own cafes. But I'm going to tell you guys, there are people who give their life to coffee. And that might sound silly. They might own a cafe. They might be a full-time barista. They might work for someone like, the big coffee roasters and really work in specialty coffee. This is a crazy cool industry. And if I ever could work in this business, I would love to. But I'm an insurance guy, and my job is setting businesses up with insurance. That's not as glamorous as owning a cafe or, you know, um, working for a company that makes espresso machines, you know. But at the end of the day, just being around people that are in this industry is a pleasure. And I have the most enduring respect and love for those who put their blood, sweat, and tears into their businesses. And there are some real people who have YouTube channels because they have a cafe, or they might work for company XYZ, who's this really cool roaster, and then they start YouTube, and they're really the professionals. Okay, people like Lance, professional. World Barista Championship, people that have done competition type stuff. To me, that's the mad respect. You know, I'm no one. I'm a dude just chilling. So if you want to see a goofball make tons of mistakes, you're at the right place. If you want to see somebody be kind of silly, somebody's dad probably fumble over their words. Guys, I don't write scripts. I just talk, and if it sounds okay, I put it in my video. I don't do retakes. I don't have an editing team. I don't have a YouTube studio. I have an iPhone and an iPad. So anyway, guys, I just want you guys to understand that, because I think sometimes, yeah, I think folks might not get how that works. You know, it's different. Seriously. Anyway, guys, so let's go ahead. I have gone finer with this. I will stop rambling about spilling the tea on YouTube coffee. I really recommend you guys joining Lance Hedrick's unfiltered live videos. I just really like that he talks about, really, he was like showing his YouTube analytics and exactly how much he made on videos. Whoa, this is cool. I just realized something. I forgot I had my scale on. It told me I have 18 grams, and that means no retention. That's awesome. I put 18 grams in, I got 18 grams out. But guys, yeah, in all seriousness, I really like people talking about the truth, because I think sometimes we all kind of get these ideas of, I don't know, why people do certain things, or why would someone make a bunch of videos about something. Um, there are some folks out there who get paid to make those videos. I don't get paid to make those videos. Now, like I said, if somebody wants if a company wants to send me a cool product to review, I'm gonna do it, because why I wouldn't be able to. So that's kind of the point. Uh, anyway, that's the point, guys. It's fun. I do this because it's fun. I do this because I'm a geek. Okay. Okay, let's see. When I tend to use this thing, notice, yes, I did it finally. Because of the shape of this, guys, it goes down. Like, if you go fast, it's going to spill over. But if you give it a little jiggle like that, jiggling is the way to go. Oh, goodness. All right, we got to get this shot better, y'all. I hope you all watched the video I just did on the Gallatin, the Turin Gallatin. Oh, my goodness, guys. I am having so much fun with it. I had a lot of people ask me, "Hey, is that going to replace your Gaggia?" No, it totally will not replace my Gaggia. Um, but my Gaggia will go to the side. So I have in my little coffee corner here, and it's very little. I have my ECP DeLonghi over here chilling. I think the Gaggia is going to take that spot, and then we're going to go ahead and put the Turin Gallatin right here in the main spot. And I got to rework some stuff anyway. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to rework stuff. That's going to be the way we do it. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I really love it. It's a great machine. If you have any questions about it, definitely ask me. Let me know. I mean, basically, in the video, I did go over a lot of the details. Guys, I shared a lot of graphics behind the scene in that video. I got pretty passionate and excited. I was more like a giddy schoolboy. My wife said I look like I got the best Christmas present in the world. Because in all truth, guys, I've always wanted a machine like that, and it's been kind of a dream to have something like that. So, and she knows it. So I'm loving it. The shots I'm pulling are fantastic. You could really control the temperature. You can do your milk steaming if you really are inclined. Big TMI fact: I don't drink a lot of milk drinks. Stomach really can't handle it. In all honesty, so I like a good cappuccino, but I drink. You guys watch my lives. I don't add milk to a lot of this stuff. I drink my espresso the way the Italianos wanted us to, pure and straight. I'm not really a milk drinker, so that's kind of what it comes out to. All right, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the puck screen, put that on top, get this thing locked and loaded. There we go. I'm gonna grab a big cup for this one. Okay. Definitely big cup. All right, let's reposition this a bit. Okay, let me get into screen here. Awesome. Okay. All right, let's pull it. Again, this is the lever machine. Nice. Definitely went finer. This looks better. I'm already liking this. Better consistency. Y'all could really see that pump chilling or going crazy. Chilling's the wrong word. You could see right there in the back. Oh, wow. It stopped it at 41. 41.7 and what was that? About 25 seconds. Interesting. All right, guys, let's check this out. Hey, how's it going, man? All right, guys, let's take a look at that. Nice. Got some crema built up top. Yeah, like I was mentioning, these beans are not they're definitely commodity style. So they're not like crazy fresh. These are Amazon fresh beans, guys. So, I wasn't really expecting them to be the crema beast, you know. That what's not what I was expecting. All right, let's give this a taste. Oh, that tastes way better. Oh my goodness, way better than that first shot. This has like a fruity note to it. It's a medium to light. It definitely is not. They say medium, but I would not call this medium. This has more of that like light roast fruity taste, and it's delicious. A little sharp, not too acidic but kind of like makes you pucker a little bit. Especially using this profile. This was the first shot I did, and the one that had all the came out with a lot of water. Hey, Robert, how's it going, my friend? Yeah, this was very there's too much water. It came out too fast. Okay. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Yeah, that is delicious. Delicious. Very tasty. So like I was mentioning, guys, yeah, I definitely I'm gonna put the Gallatin in here into the coffee corner. I'll probably move the Gaggia to where the DeLonghi ECP is and kind of use it as the secondary machine to do my profiling. Guys, I did just recently have uh, let me go ahead and share the group with you here. So I recently just had another one of the folks who does mods reach out to me for the Gaggia mods. Basically, it's the barista ga- gadgets, and we are talking about the possibility of getting one of their kits in and doing another Gaggia mod. And I'm thinking about buying another Gaggia. So, guys, I really love the Gaggia Classic Pro. Okay. I don't know what took me so long to jump onto the Gaggia Classic Pro bandwagon, but there's a reason why this machine has the reputation that it has. There's a reason why it has the name and people want it, and you hear baristas talking about it. The Gaggia Classic Pro is just crazy. I feel like it's got the building blocks for what having a good classic espresso machine's all about. You have the boiler, it's simple. If you've ever taken one of these things apart, you feel like you're taking apart, a 1960s, 1950s vehicle. You know, you don't have the crazy computers and all this stuff. You add them. You can do what you want. When it comes to a platform, it's one of the best platforms to work with. Someone has on Facebook Marketplace in my local area a Gaggia baby for $100. And I'm really tempted to maybe buy it. Yeah, I'm either going to buy that or another Gaggia Classic Pro. Definitely either a refurb or buy it on the marketplace. And I'm thinking about doing another one to do another mod. Um, so, yeah, guys, if you're just joining me right now, this was kind of my spill the beans, spill the espresso. Should I spill it? Spill the espresso. This was bad anyway. Kind of talk. I just wanted to be real with a lot of folks, especially as my channel's growing. In the last basically 2 weeks, I'm over at 14,000. And guys, I'm going to tell you, I am extremely thankful. I'm appreciative, and that is not some junk. That's me telling you something from my heart. I've in the beginning, well, middle of this video, I mentioned I used to have another YouTube channel. I still have it, and if you want to take a look and you watch my craziness, Big Daddy's Bear Cave. I turned my garage into a tiki bar during the pandemic. I went crazy, y'all. I spent thousands of dollars. Okay, literally thousands of dollars. I spent more on tiki stuff than I've ever have on coffee. I went totally nuts. I got tiki mugs like this. I got classic tiki mugs from the 60s and 50s. I went to tiki bars, and I have friends that have bars and all that crazy stuff. Hey, Robbie. Yeah, I'm reading your comment. You like the Logic Kashik? Yes. Uh, yeah, you're right. The downside is the boiler. You're absolutely right. And that's kind of the thing. In a weird way, it's kind of like a curse and a blessing. Because one of the things I like about it is it just gets up to temp so fast. With the Gallatin, I was like, takes about 10 minutes for that really to get up to temp. So yeah, it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. But yeah, guys, I went nuts. I went nuts when it comes to YouTube before. My wife literally was like, told me it was my midlife crisis. And I had promised my wife I would never go down the crazy YouTube rabbit hole, because I really wanted, when I had that channel, I really wanted to. I mentioned too, guys, that I have a lot of friends who are Disney YouTubers. As soon as the pandemic opened up, I was going to start going to the parks and filming in Disney and really do the whole Disney thing. And then something kind of happened. I realized I'm too old for that. I'm in my mid 40s, guys. I'm not, again, not throwing shade to anybody, but I didn't want to be lugging a camera around Disney World and Disneyland and all that stuff and going down that crazy YouTube rabbit hole. Okay. Um, I don't know if you guys have ever did something because you loved it and then you were like, why did I do that? That was me. It was the pandemic. We all did crazy stuff. I built a tiki bar in my garage as my midlife crisis. Guys, I had lights. I had music. Yeah, go watch it. It's kind of nuts when you really think about it. It cracks me up. My goal with doing all this, guys, is just to have fun. So if, you hear me talk about coffee, it is coming from this is what I love. Like, you couldn't pay me to do this because I actually lose money doing this channel. As weird as that sounds, I spend more money than I ever make. And again, I'm very appreciative of someone like Me Coffee or Gevi, for sending stuff like this out for review. But stuff like the Gaggia make, I bought that because they're a great company and I want to support them. It's like you're buying a prototype, buying this used, doing all that stuff, the stuff from Etsy, the shades of coffee stuff. That's an investment. Buying tons of beans and buying gear. There's stuff I tell you guys. I'll show you that I bought a lot. My Super 58. Oh, it's not cheap, but I do it because I'm a nut and I'm crazy and I like espresso. So my goal, guys, if you are crazy like me and you like espresso like me, just hang with me. That is my deep dark secret on why I do this, and it gives me a reason to tell my wife, "Hey, I gotta buy something because it's for YouTube." Well, I've married almost 20 years, guys and gals. And if you've been with a partner or your spouse or anybody that you love for that long, even a good friendship, that's a long time. And yeah, totally. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have a great Sunday. I appreciate you so much. I really do, because I know at the end of the day, you get to choose who you watch. I'm a goofball, so if you want to hang in with a goofball, you're in the right spot. I hope you guys have a great rest of your new week. If it's a Monday yet for you, or if it's still Sunday, it's kind of early Sunday our time here in Florida. Y'all have a great one, okay? Thanks so much for hanging with me.